Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jacob Lauritsen, and as of today, March 25th, my new book, Co-Teaching with Robots, is now available as an ebook on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon, you can buy it there, or you can also go to Kindle Unlimited, and it's available there. So that's available. Print copies are coming soon, but we're at least a couple days away. So anyway, I thought that I could read a little bit from the book so you kind of get a vibe for what it is. So again, the title, Co-Teaching with Robots, Balancing Humanity and AI in Education. This is something I've been thinking a lot about over the past few years, and I think it's really important, especially for teachers, to get a little bit of direction on what to do about all this AI stuff. Okay, so I'm going to read from this first chapter called Technology Doesn't Teach Students. Here we go. This book is about how to balance your humanity as a teacher while incorporating AI in education. It's not a laundry list of everything that AI can do. It's not a sales pitch to get on the bandwagon or be left behind. This book is a pep talk to keep humanity at the center of the classroom, even as AI begins to assist teachers in their roles. Yes, AI will be able to do many things to lighten the load for teachers. It can write lesson plans, develop curriculum, grade assignments, and provide feedback. It is hard to imagine everything that AI will be able to do in the future. Regardless of these advancements and changes, the purpose of education is still to teach people. And as people teaching people, we can't lose sight of the heart of the classroom: a talented and trained human teacher. It is a harsh reality that too many teachers are pushed beyond their means. This is no fault of the teachers themselves, but due to their circumstances. They have been tasked with overcrowded classrooms and underfunded budgets. They must teach students who want to be there in the same room as students who don't. They need to take students who don't speak the same language and teach them alongside students who are years behind in their development. Teachers have always been superhuman. With the promise of AI, they have a new sidekick to help them focus on what they do best: teach. Before I became a college professor, I spent over a decade teaching high school English. We were a Title I school where 100% of our students received a free or reduced lunch. Over 90% of my students were minorities. My students dealt with many challenges inside and outside of the classroom. I was always looking for the best practices to help them. When I decided to earn a doctorate, I wrote my dissertation on how to use an adaptive computer-based reading program to improve my students' reading levels. I learned a lot about education and technology, and one fact stood out above all others: technology doesn't teach students. Researchers have consistently found that putting a computer or any other piece of technology into a classroom has zero impact on learning. But using the equipment effectively can have amazing results. That's where I am coming from as I approach this topic. Technology such as AI can free teachers to focus on facilitating learning rather than completing clerical responsibilities. It can help to scale the impact of the human in the classroom while also providing valuable data to direct the teacher's efforts. It can adapt to the needs of students and provide life-changing accessibility. Now, imagine for a second what that would be like. Students enter a classroom where they are met by their teacher. After getting settled, the teacher begins her lesson. She is free to move about the classroom to observe her students, to adapt to their reactions, and to reteach as necessary. As they begin to work on an assignment, she roams around the room to monitor their work. She guides their practice and provides directed feedback. Before they leave, she checks their understanding through a simple exit ticket. If the scene I described sounded like a normal classroom, that's because it should. Through research and years of developing our craft, we've learned how to teach students. Introducing AI into the classroom doesn't change that, but it does provide some new possibilities. Instead of being stuck at her desk grading papers, taking roll, designing assignments, and writing lesson plans, our hypothetical teacher was available to be with her students. And we know that there is no substitute for one-on-one, face-to-face time between teacher and her student. There may not be an actual robot standing at the front of the classroom with her, but with AI, there kind of is. Many of the tasks that teachers may use a teacher's aide to help with, AI can do, except of course to provide a human touch. AI can solve so many problems, but it is still very new. We have not identified the best practices, and there are many, many problems left to solve. AI threatens the validity of test scores. It can be used to bypass learning and critical thinking. It is a cheater's best friend. Ignoring AI doesn't serve our students, though. Some have compared the significance of AI with that of the invention of the internet or even electricity. This is a historic moment. We need to adapt to this new world we find ourselves in. We need to guide our students through this transition as well. This book is my guide to you. Like I said, I don't have all the answers, but I have learned a lot. I will share my experiences and insights. I will share what we know, and I will give some recommendations on how you can begin to incorporate AI into your classrooms. Some of the information in this book may be outdated by the time you read it. For that reason, I won't focus too much on the specifics of current programs, except to show how it can be used now and potentially in the future. I've referenced several different AI products. Mostly I talk about Microsoft Copilot. I do that because that's the product I use most and because it is accessible to most people with an internet connection. But the principles outlined in this book can be used with many different AI products, including but not limited to OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, Anthropic's Claude, and more. I'm excited about AI, and I hope you are too. But if you aren't, I hope this book gives you comfort and confidence that you are not being pushed out of the classroom. You aren't going to be replaced. In fact, students need you now more than ever. Technology won't ever change that. But we do need to adapt to how education is changing. As we do that, we can solidify our place in the classroom as we learn how to co-teach with AI. So that's the kind of introduction, first chapter of the book. So a little bit about the book. The book, it's like the ebook, 119 pages. The print book's a little bit longer. There isn't more content. It's just formatted a little bit differently. If you go to Amazon, this is the cover, Co-Teaching with Robots. Robots obviously is, my metaphor for AI. So I think this can help a lot of people to feel that there is something you can do. The book goes through best practices, talks about engagement and motivation and things that we know that we should be doing with AI. But then it talks, that we should be doing in education in general, but then it talks about how AI might be able to organically and authentically be brought into that. So if you're a teacher or you're just interested in kind of knowing a little bit more about this book is for you. If you're an administrator and you're not sure what to do about it, about what to do about AI, then this book is for you. And if you're just curious about technology and maybe a little bit about learning, this book is for you. So hopefully this is the first in a series of multiple books on AI and education. I'm going to be starting the second book in the series probably in about a week, and hopefully that can come out in a couple months. But if you check out the book, I'd love for your feedback. I'd love for you to leave a comment on Amazon so other people can know what you think. But most of all, I just appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this first chapter of the book, and I hope that this is valuable to you, and I hope you check it out. Thank you so much. Bye.